Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for October 14th. Looking at the US Japanese yen pair, I'm expecting this pair to move between 103.38 on the high side, on the low side 101.12. And I'm pretty much expecting support to come in at that same level and resistance to come into the market at the high of the range. So look for that to occur. Now, switching gears over to the Euro USD pair. This particular pair closed up, but it did move much higher before pulling back. I'm expecting this range to be between 138.08 on the high side, on the low side 135.25. Now, we could see the market break out of this range that's occurred, but I doubt it. I anticipate us moving sideways for the majority of the rest of the week. Now, switching over to the pound US dollar pair, this particular pair I'm expecting to move between 176.71 and on the lower side looking for 172.72. Now, I am expecting resistance to come into this market at around 174.50 and support to come into the market around 171.75 for this particular pair. Let's take a look at the US Swiss. This pair I'm expecting to move between, on the high side, 114.23 and on the lower side 112.38. I am also looking for resistance to come into the market around the 11400 level and support to come in at around the 112.75 area. Now, something I am looking for, if you notice, we had a Doji bar created here at the close of the session. It is also an inside bar. I do anticipate seeing a breakout during this next session. If it breaks the previous high, then I'm going to look to go long and look for basically for it to move up to this point where we hit some previous support. If it breaks through that, it could go much higher, but that's what I'm looking for. Basically, this little range right here to profit from. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Now, looking back, yesterday I talked about the US Canadian dollar pair. This pair did break to the downside, and it went down and did not hit my target. It actually went down to the 1.1304. Our target was 112.75. So unfortunately, that was not a profitable trade. However, watching it go down that far, basically within 25 pips of your target on a 100 pip target, it would make sense to use, go ahead and move your stop to break even so that you don't, at very least, you won't go negative on that trade. Well, we have the Eurozone CPI being released tomorrow for September. That's at 5 a.m. The consensus is that it has gone up from negative 0.1% to 0.1% for the month of September, and year to date has gone down from 3.8% to 3.6%. So that could be good for the euro, and that's being released at 5 a.m. Now, the U.S. has their advanced retail sales being released for September at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The consensus is that it has increased, or I'm sorry, that it has dropped from negative 0.3% to negative 0.6%, which could reflect negatively on the Euro USD pair, the dollar currency overall. So that's being released at 8:30 a.m. It's a good time to trade the news if if you do trade the news, this is one of the 5 top announcements that can move the market, especially if that number comes out much lower than expected. We could see the Euro USD really pop to the upside. Well, until tomorrow, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.